Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today is Tuesday morning, and this Sunday is going to be our big track day, big test for both the Track 86 and the Ultimate Daily Civic. But from last video, I just want to do a quick little update. So last video was our radiator install, but as we were draining the coolant was really dark, and we ended up coming to the conclusion that our head gasket was starting to fail due to the coolant being so bad, and our driver's side of our engine was actually leaking like a good amount of oil. So right away we went to our buddy, but shout out to him for doing us a big favor. He did this in like half a week, couple days honestly. So since last video, we have new head gaskets on our Boxer. We have a new rear main seal just to avoid leaking from there. We got our upgraded aluminum inlet for our radiator cap, and also we have brand new Torque Solutions motor mounts. The car feels more race car than ever. Car is running cool, car is running fine. The only thing is the car does vibrate a lot, but I mean that's what you get with upgraded motor mounts. We also have an update on the Ultimate Daily Civic. Go ahead and go to the front for that. Since I got the motor back, this was all filmed off camera just to do it as fast as possible for track day. We have an upgraded RV6 turbo, drop-in fitment, bolts up, no problem. We also have our turbo blanket, and we're also running E85. Forgot to mention also we have our upgraded PRL intake with our race MAF sensor housing. Currently I just have it as a short ram intake, but I did buy the extra for the cold air, which she'll put us right in there. Did I'm getting the car tuned. Since then we are pushing hella power there. The only issues that I did have is, turn you guys around, this vacuum line right here that has our makeshift zip tie right there. This hose right here ended up popping off, and also my charge pipe popped off right here. So we're gonna end up fixing this. We ended up putting tape just to measure to see if it would scoot out or not, but after the first time that it popped off, it didn't really move since. So we got upgraded clamps for that. Also, a big install is going to be our, surprisingly enough, PRL Turbo Inlet Pipe, which is going to be replacing this right here. Just because not only is it like it's plastic, it's very thin, very restrictive, but also with our upgraded turbo just being right under there, I don't want this getting too hot. So we're gonna be doing that install. Also a little surprise. Ended up spending the extra money on some brand new tires. We're gonna be running Nankang CR1s for this track day. So not only do we have more power, but we also got more grip to match. So that's the update on both cars. Today's probably gonna be my last day to work on it by track day. So gotta get to it. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get started with removing our turbo inlet pipe. From what I know is there's probably 4 bolts down here. I do need to remove my charge pipe just to get easier access, and then remove all these hoses and vacuum lines on top. Alright guys, after a bit of moving around, I ended up getting it off. So this is our part of the radiator system or cooling system that connects the top of the radiator to our overflow tank. So I didn't want to do that just to make less of a mess, but this was kind of in the way, so I just clipped it off, moved it as far as I could to get this big piece out of here. Alright guys, hopefully this is the best I can do, but hopefully y'all can see the difference. So first of all, just the size of this is just gonna increase the airflow dramatically. So the major difference is gonna be this part right here. So it's kind of like flattened out into a pancake shape. If I could take this off real quick. So just really flattened off. It has like a tiny heat shield here. This is gonna be the most restricting part as of now. And because I did get the PRL intake with the race MAF housing, the size is increased here, but that's about it. So now, if we switch over, the opening here stays the same, continues onto this pipe, which is going to be where this is at. I'm pretty sure you can see the size difference in that. Following to this, which leads to our valve cover and into our new cast piece here, which will smooth out the airflow here but keep the same size all the way. All the bolts will match up. So really excited to be installing this. The benefit about this is that actually, because it's not one piece like that, this is going to be the hardest piece to install. After that, it should be really easy doing everything up top. So really excited with this. Special thanks to PRL. Honestly, they had pre-orders going out. I made sure I was one of the first ones to get it. It wasn't supposed to ship out till September, but I ended up getting it yesterday, so luckily it's here in time for track day, so we're gonna go ahead and test that out. Really excited on that. Now that I showed you guys the overview on everything, it does come with all the O-rings, clamps, everything you need. So now that you know what I'm gonna be installing, let's go ahead and do the work. Alright, it's been a while since I turned on the camera, but it was a lot more work than I expected. We had to remove our blow-off valve, had to remove our coolant line because this wouldn't fit, had to remove my wastegate actuator, which was really hard to reinstall, and then got all the bolts on. Sturdy here, sturdy here. Did have to remove this plastic, which was this right here, because it was just too bulky right here with the lines that are in the way, and then the sensor wouldn't fit because it had like a right angle bend to it, which was right here. So the sensor would have been hitting the inlet pipe, so I ended up removing these. Preferably, sorry for the wind, preferably remove them before you install this, because it was a lot of work. But now that we got this in, everything plugged in, now we get to install the rest of the piping, then put our charge pipe back on, our vacuum lines, see how we go. Alright guys, just finished this install. Looking pretty nice, pretty sporty looking. Just had issues installing this and figuring out how the hoses go. It was kind of tricky. Now what I'm gonna do is install our charge pipe and also be replacing some of the clamps with these. Alright, this is the final product. Honestly, a lot of work. Clamps were a bust. They're too big. Actuator was still fine. Tubing still worked. No check engine light in the meantime. I'm gonna leave it as a short ram right now until closer to track day, which will move the cone down here. Also sneak peek at these tires. Ooh baby. So right now I'm just gonna end up putting my bumper back on and also gonna burp the cooling system. Alright guys, well that's gonna be a wrap. Civic is done. Next time you see us, it'll be track day. Hope for the best, but it's gonna be a fun one. So thank you guys for watching. Peace out. Later.